Did you see my part one? We took this apart about halfway, as far as we could go, without a critical no turn back point. So instead, I put this back together, and we're still going to look inside of this. Guess what? There's one way to see inside of things. Yes, x-rays. We're going to x-ray this. We're going to find out what parts are plastic, what parts are metal. Is there any metals in here? Well, I bet the springs are metal. I'm going to show you some x-rays. The x-rays are done. I try to give a little commentary along the way. I want to know what these screws right here do. I took off these 4 screws thinking this plate would flip up. It didn't. All right, let's fire up the x-ray machine. All right, so I wasn't sure how I was going to show the x-rays here. So let's start off here. Just so you know, black is the metal. So you can see here is a spring, and we're looking over top of a spring right here. And some screws. These are the mystery screws I removed, and I thought that I could pry out like the outer shell of the yokes, but maybe it snaps in, but it wasn't coming out. So let me zoom in here a little bit. A lot of these wires are on that back box that you pull off. Okay, let's go to the next picture. Oh, that's a cool picture here. This one is obviously looking down from the top. Let's see. Kind of like this. You can see right here. Well, I'll circle this. This is looking down on the top like that, and you can see like here is the on and off switches right here, and this is on the bottom of this the plug. So you can see the handles here. Close that. Let me go to an invert. This isn't a good screen. All right. Next screen here. Oh, there is kind of the same thing. What happens if we invert this? That's pretty cool. So let's do the levels. By inverting this, you can really see like the metal parts. The screws, the springs up and down, and then the one that goes around through here. We have about 12 different x-rays we're going to go through, so stick around here. So we have this. It's kind of I'll just adjust it as we go. This might be a good one to invert. Oh, you can really see the metal here. So these are nuts, screws, wires, springs. This here's the spring that you're seeing kind of like this. So you've seen that straight on. All right, next picture. This one, this is kind of showing the on and off switches up in here. Let's see here. This looks like a big metal screw right through there, doesn't it? Let's zoom in a little bit more. 200%. I was trying to see if there's any gears. I think they're using springs and not gears here. Good shot of the spring here. That's a pretty large spring. So this was a side picture. Pretty much like this, but turn it 90 degrees. So we're looking at the control panel board straight on here. And then you can see that one spring that we were seeing this spring before from the top down. Now you can tell it's a big spring. Here is the handle. Let's just zoom in here. Wait. Is that attached to something or is that loose? That clip looks like it should go something. Looks like that clip's not on anything. How weird. There's nothing shaking in the handle though. I keep thinking these wires are really thin too. Here's a nice picture. This picture is a little bit like this. I don't know, kind of upside down like that. Because here's the on and off switch and volume switch. This might be a cool screen to invert to look at all the metal. Let's see here. God. Now you can see some metal. Here's a really pretty good picture of all the metal parts. And again, down here is your on and off switches down here, which is the bottom. Maybe I should rotate it like this. There you go. Does that make more sense? On and off switches, and you can see the handles down here. This is a really good picture here where you can see how the how this spring wraps around the handlebar to center the handles back up, you know, from to center the handles, and then this top spring up here recenters the turning. But not much in here. As you can see, it's not worth taking this apart. Now you've seen inside. Oh, let's see what we got here. A lot of screws. Here's a cool switch. Have we seen this switch yet? That might be cool to see what all that switch is doing there. Yeah, there's a close-up. Alright, somebody post below, what do you think this switch here, what do you call it? What do you think this does here? We're gonna keep rolling the video here, and we're gonna watch some real-time x-ray. I think I found my nut. There's my nut.